Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing very well. Now, the other day I was watching the news and I was watching a story about youngsters who've just left college. Young sort of graduates, yeah? They've just spent the last 20 years of their life training to do certain things like doctors and solicitors and things like that, and they can't get a job. Now, this is not a new thing. I can remember when I was a lot younger, the youth unemployment was quite a problem, so it's not new and it's not exclusive to this generation. But it just makes you think, doesn't it, that the government are pushing education. You leave school and you go to further education. You have to go to college, you have to train for things, like to be a car mechanic or electrician, a carpenter, or whatever the subject is that you are interested in, or being a doctor. And then these people, they study, they work hard, these youngsters, and then they leave college and they can't get a job. Now, why is that? Is that because there is a lack of these jobs? Is it because AI have taken a lot of jobs out of society as a whole? Why is it? Now, when I was a youngster, I never had a problem with getting a job. My problem was actually keeping the job. That was my problem. But I got nearly every job I ever went for. Now, you could say I was lucky. I'm not being big-headed or anything in this fact, but I was extremely lucky, right? None of the jobs that I have ever done really have been, I would say, hard jobs to do, as such. But I've always got them. I've worked in all kinds of different things, like farms, in a wimpy bar. I've worked for a brewery. I've worked outside in people's gardens. I've done all kinds of work in my lifetime so far, and still working hard today. But getting a job has never ever been a problem for me. So I feel very sorry for these youngsters who are now struggling to get work, and I hope that they do eventually find their jobs that they require. All the immigrants that are coming in, right? All these young men that are coming across the water in a boat, and we're looking after them, feeding them, clothing them, right? Giving them somewhere to sleep. In a few weeks' time, if it hasn't already happened, we're going to need lots and lots of people, youngsters, out on the fields picking strawberries, picking raspberries, potato bashing. We're going to need a lot of people out there. Why can't we not give some of these people that we're housing, youngsters that we're housing, right, for free, or we're putting them up in hotels? Why can't we not give them a job out in the fields so that they earn their keep? It might even be a bit of a deterrent from people coming across from France. They might think twice about it if they think to themselves, oh, it's not going to be an easy ride, because when we get to England, we're going to be put to work in the fields and we're going to have to work very hard. They might say to themselves. I mean, I doubt it, but you never know. But surely that would help our farming industry, because they could pay them the minimum wage, couldn't they? They're being housed and fed for nothing anyway. So why can we not do that? Why can we not give all these young men a job out in the fields, picking our fruit and our vegetables? Why can't they do hedging and ditching in the winter? Clear the hedges and the ditches? Why can they not get out onto the rivers like our river and clear them and tidy them up? Why can't we put them to work? And I think the reason for that is because it is against their European rights, right? The European governments will turn around and say, you can't do that. It's against the law. They have to be a citizen of your country before you can do that. But we're not a member of Europe anymore, legally, even though Sir Keir Starmer is trying to take us back through the back door. But we don't have to apply, we don't have to do the European laws and regulations. So we could put those young men to work and let them earn their keep, give them some self-respect as well, because they will feel that they are giving something back to our kindness, to looking after them. So why can we not do that, eh? It would solve an awful lot of issues on our farms. It would help with our rivers to clear and tidy them up. Get them out on the roads and fill up all these potholes that everyone keeps talking about, yeah? Get them to put some gravel and stones in these holes, or whatever it is you put in them, tarmac, yeah? And fill them up. Let's put them to work. So Keir Starmer, put them to work, mate. That's what you want to do. For now, see you again soon. Bye.